Welcome back to the Cousins Cup podcast. Today, another emergency episode. We are talking about the Stranger Things finale. Sad that it's over. Very happy I got that 10-year journey. Right? This show means so much to everybody, including me, including Jaden, so many others. I'm just so happy that we got such a great show. I was able to watch it.
Yeah, no, I think you put it best. Crazy that the journey's over. It's really sad that the show is done, but it's been a great 10 years, and yeah, it's meant a lot to me, a lot to you, Isha, and a lot to the fans out there. So we don't really got any segments for you guys today. Like we're just gonna go right into it and talk about the finale. Before we get started, we don't normally do bar of the weeks on emergency episodes, but it is the finale for the show. So the bar of the week today comes from Mike Wheeler himself, the GOAT, and it is happiness can be found in many places. Short and sweet.
Very simple.
Very simple.
Very simple, very effective.
Yeah. All right, man. Well,
as you guys know, Jade and I don't talk about anything before we come on the pod when it's something like this. I've been dying to get his thoughts. But what I want to do first with you, Jaden, on the count of 3, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. We're both going to say our ratings out of 10. You got it?
Yeah.
Get ready? 3, 2, 1, 9.
10. I'm not trying to be that type of guy. I'm not trying to be that type of guy, but genuinely, like, it's funny because I saw the Escape Pod talk about this, and they gave it a 9.5 and a 10 respectively. And
don't make me Hat Guy.
Hat Guy did give it a 9.5. Do I think it's perfection? No, but was it perfect for me? Yes. Therefore, I'm giving it a 10. That's why I'm giving it that score.
Okay. Can I get into why I think it's a 9 instead of a 10?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, first things first, last hour of the show, that's a 10 out of 10. The entire epilogue, 10 out of 10. Absolute cinema.
Yeah,
very simple
totally
for
agree.
me. The hour leading up to that, a little bit messy. I give it an 8 out of 10. I still enjoyed the crap out of it. Like, I really, really liked that first hour, all the action, all the planning, everything. Still an 8 out of 10 for me, but there was like a little bit of plot holes, a little bit of messy writing, and just like we said in our last episode, just so much going on.
Yeah.
So I'll give it an 8, but that rounds out to a 9.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, I totally agree with that. Like, I'm sitting here giving it that, knowing that what you're saying makes more sense than what I'm saying. And I do have my like plot holes and I have my flaws and those kind of things. Because yeah, the first half, it feels a little bit rushed at times. There are stuff that I liked about it a lot. There's stuff that people didn't like about it that I just can't get behind. And then there's stuff that people didn't like about it that like I'm like, yeah, I totally agree. But that epilogue, yeah, bro. That epilogue hit me, bro. Like, that epilogue really hit me. Yeah.
No notes, man.
Yeah.
I want to also say, like, the needle drops that they
put
throughout the episode, I don't think you could, like, place them any better, pick any better of songs. Like, the last 3, Purple Rain, was it Landside, and then Heroes?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, dude, that Purple Rain
can't get any better.
It's killing me, bro.
It was killing me, bro. Oh my gosh.
Well, should we what?
Okay. Honestly, we'll go, if you made it this far and haven't watched the finale yet, we'll put a spoiler warning.
Oh, word. Yeah.
But like, what are we doing here? Come on.
Yeah.
If you're here, you know what you're doing.
You should have watched it by now.
Exactly, bro. Like, I don't know why I need to say that, but I want to be careful.
Yeah.
We're getting to spoilers now, though.
Spoilers, yeah.
Okay. You had something to say.
I was gonna say, should we just go into the first half then and like talk about some of the things that like
I'd rather end happy.
Yeah. And the epilogue was just, it's a happy sad.
Yeah, that's true.
But first things first, I mentioned to you already, I went to the theater to watch this, and it was genuinely one of the best theater experiences I've ever had. It was like Endgame-esque, to be honest. and just the reactions to different moments like Steve and Elle and the finale and everything. People were laughing, crying, screaming. Like it was genuinely a theater experience that I haven't gotten since Endgame. And yeah, I loved being there with the fans, and it's just been cool that like we've all been on this journey, and that like we've been affected that much by this show and this finale. One of those moments was the Steve part, where
Yeah.
like genuinely, bro, I for a moment I thought he was dead. Like
I
when he
mean, I was
fell,
watching with Gabby, and
yeah,
I think I said, "Don't effing kill him."
mm-hmm,
Not like this, because I was like, you can't do it this early and in like
mm-hmm,
this. It wasn't a Vecna kill. It wasn't like a
in
Demogorgon.
this way,
Anything.
yeah,
It's just falling off. Like I was. It had me going for a minute there, man. I can't lie.
yeah, no, I totally feel that. And then of course, bro, for Jonathan to be the one to save
I was
him,
gonna
bro,
say perfect writing in that moment to
yeah,
have Jonathan save him. Their
yeah,
little talk in Dimension X, the abyss, whatever you call it.
yeah,
Peak,
it was fire.
right? Peak. Shout out to the escape pod though. I will agree with the Hat Guy's take that a lot of the CGI and the non-important scenes was a bit wonky.
Mm-hmm,
You can tell they're just kind of like walking around a big green room or blue room, whatever they use nowadays.
mm-hmm.
But that being said, for all the important scenes, the CGI was insanely good.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer, dude.
Yeah,
That was wild.
everything with Vecna, everything with the Mind Flayer, all very good. So I can't
Yeah,
complain about any of that.
no, yeah, I totally agree. I actually want to talk a bit about like the Abyss stuff. Obviously, there's so much I want to talk about, but before
Yeah,
we move on from like the fake death stuff, I also
and
wanted
the
to ask
Steve
what your
stuff. Yeah,
thoughts were on when Elle got shot by Hopper.
bro. Like the thing is, part of me knew it was just a vision or whatever,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I was like, I don't know. The show might go there.
I didn't know if I got double played because like Vecna obviously shows
Well,
that he was like playing with him at first with the daughter, and then he starts shooting, and Vecna disappears, and you see the blood in the tank, dude. My stomach dropped, bro. I thought it was it.
hey, also insanely smart from Henry or Vecna to do that,
Yeah.
just because he was losing that fight, like no matter what. If
Hmm.
Callie, Max, and Elle were there to fight him in the mind, so we would wrap that finale up really quick.
Hmm.
10,000 IQ from Vecna there, and just a great scene, honestly. As
A
soon
great
as
scene.
Hop noticed the chemicals from the Vietnam War that he used to mix or whatever, I knew where it was going.
Hmm.
I knew that it's either he's been cursed by Vecna, Vecna showing him something. Great decision to have our unshakable like male lead pretty much for the entire show. Everybody
Hmm.
relies on him. Be the one to make the biggest mistake in the finale, honestly,
Yeah.
and almost ruin the entire plan.
Right.
Right, so great decision.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Yeah, dude, it had me shook. And Hopper, in general, that whole episode, I thought Hopper was amazing. Every single
Hmm.
piece of dialogue he like delivered it perfectly, and every single moment he had with Mike at the end, and Elle in that part was just peak writing and peak dialogue and stuff. And I actually saw
So
this.
good.
The Escape Pod talked about this as well. I know we keep shouting them already, but they talked about this as well. And Hopper has that speech with Eleven where he talks about how she doesn't have to sacrifice herself. She can live a normal life. She can grow up, be a mom, be with
Oh, the
friends, go to
monologue
school. Oh my gosh, dude, the monologue.
about
And then,
you haven't had a normal childhood. This has been robbed from you. It's been stolen from
yes,
you. You've
bro.
been fighting ever since you were a kid. So
Yes,
good.
bro. It was so beautiful. And it makes the ending that much more crushing.
Yeah.
And I know that like I said on the escape how they talked about this moment, and they said it kind of hurts to hear Hopper do that and say that, and then for Elle to still make that decision.
Yeah.
um I don't have a massive issue with it. I think it more just like it sucks because I like the character that much, and I wanted that
Yeah.
for her. But I thought that scene was beautiful though.
It was great. It was actually
Hmm.
fantastic. And see, and like that's why, even though I didn't give it a perfect rating, there was still so many good scenes in all of the first hour of the episode. So I can't complain.
Hmm.
Right? I just can't complain. But then moving on, everybody going into the abyss. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is obviously where people's main complaints might come in.
Yeah,
And like honestly, people gotta stop letting like moments leak into the rest of like how they feel about something or the rest of the
yeah.
show or the rest of the episode or whatever. Because do I think it was rushed? Yeah, it probably was, unfortunately. Was I expecting that going in? Yes, I was. Because as
We called
someone
it.
exactly. We watch a ton of movies, we watch a ton of TV shows, and we know how it works. They are not going to have a 2 hour episode answer every single question that everyone has been wondering while giving you a final battle, while giving you an epilogue. So I wasn't
They
going
have to
into it
wrap up
thinking
10 years. 10 years in
exactly,
2 hours. Like that's an impossible task for anybody, in my opinion.
exactly. So I wasn't going in thinking like, okay, we're going to get like a 30-minute epic battle scene.
Yeah.
That being said, it did feel a little bit rushed. And uh, I mean, was Vecna kind of weak? Maybe. Like he was getting attacked by like multiple different people, and like it's a hive mind type thing.
Hive mind is, I think, why I can just excuse that. Oh, that kind
Yeah.
of. I don't know how the magic system works in Stranger Things or the science, I guess, behind it.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to say, oh, Vecna should have easily overpowered like
I'm
Ellen
saying,
everybody.
and I genuinely agree with you. Like when people were bringing up that complaint, I just don't care. I really don't care because like I just
No.
enjoyed it and it was fun to watch. And I mean, 11 was putting in work. Like
Yeah.
it's not like he was
Oh
fighting
my god.
no. Yeah.
When she runs up, jumps, splits in, somersault. Oh,
Oh
dude.
my gosh, bro.
You see,
Yeah, the
that's
whole
what I was
split thing
expecting
was
all season
wild.
from her, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because I found it weird how they're showing her struggle, like lifting the gate, lifting the van up and everything when like she's been training. She should be a lot stronger. She
Hmm.
is a lot stronger. She went toe to toe with Vecna and the Mind Flayer
Yeah.
and just carried that fight.
I love seeing her powers just at work. I would like to see a little bit more. Like when she said I can make that jump, I thought we were gonna
Yeah.
get some
Show
epic
me.
scene of her.
Show
Oh
me.
my gosh, bro! Like I thought we were
But
gonna get
again, that's
some
like
wild
nitpicky
jumping
stuff.
scene. I know it's like
Like,
yeah, I can't even complain, but
but speaking on like more nitpicky stuff, and again, everything ties back into just we didn't have enough time. Like we didn't see Mr. Clark, Erica get captured from the Watchtower. We didn't
right,
like all the stuff with Max and Vicky. We don't see them for 45 minutes, I think it is.
yeah, yeah.
All
Max
that I don't
interestingly got
really,
sidelined a little bit at the beginning.
yeah. Again, I don't really care because, and I'm not going to say like, oh, we don't know what happened because like we see them at the military base later. We know what
Mhm.
happens to them.
Yeah,
And like, for me, it is enough that I can just like assume what happened. But if you give yourself an extra half an hour, you can flesh that out a little bit. You can also make the military motivations a little bit more known because,
earlier on too.
yes,
Like
right? Because actually, I saw an interesting thing online. It was like they showed us the episode list and how the time for each episode. It did not line up at all to what we actually got on
from the
Netflix.
pre-leak.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was
So
like an hour cut off
we were
from each.
missing
I
like,
swear.
yeah, it was like at least half an hour from each episode.
Hmm.
That would more than fix all the little nitpicks I have because then it would
Totally
show
agree.
me little things.
Totally agree.
Right? But again, if you're an Erica fan, a Mr. Clark fan, all these people, they've never been the main players of the show.
No.
So it's not about them. You have to be sidelined, you know? You have to be
Yeah.
sidelined. And again, you're not going to work a Max into the plot somehow when she's on a wheelchair. What do you want her to
Exactly.
do once she gets captured? Like, you want her to fight back?
No,
Like,
exactly. And I mean, the party had to be the one to go into the abyss, and I liked that group. And
yeah,
Max, she got a decent role at the beginning too because she was the one to kind of like run with the kids. One of my
yeah.
favorite scenes actually in the episode was when Derek's like too slow to make it, and Max is like, "Derek,
Oh
come
my
on,
gosh.
Derek, come on."
Derek? Oh my gosh, dude. Hey, speaking of, I was about to call him the bad name. Speaking
Nah,
of
he's
Delightful
delightful
Derek,
now. Yeah.
yeah, speaking of Delightful Derek, what a redemption after the last
Oh my
volume,
gosh, bro. Yeah, my
right?
boy,
He was
not he saved
looking
Holly,
after
bro.
Holly. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
looking after Holly. And then, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it killed me when he flipped off Vecna
Oh my gosh,
and
bro.
his middle finger was like this long. It killed me.
Yeah, bro. That
The
was
fact that
it was
Derek's
an
still
iconic
alive is
scene.
peak, by the way.
I know.
He
I'm
told
happy.
Vecna, he flipped him off. He told him like the whole your mom joke and everything.
Yeah, to be
No
rage
other
baiting
person
Vecna
in the
that much
show,
and to live to tell the tale. Come on.
no other person in the show was walking out of that alive.
Nah.
But my boy Derek would.
All of the kids stuff in that, like all of the kids scenes were actually so peak. And I felt like that was consistently fire throughout the show, in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
I think
I
all the
think
Holly stuff was just great.
it's not ridiculous to say that Mr. What's It, everything in Vecna's mind, is my favorite story thread throughout this season.
I don't think so either. I mean, if you all the viewers, if you tune into the TikTok, we gave our like ratings of each episode. The
Yeah,
Escape from Camazotz was our favorite, and that's all basically based in Henry's head.
I think my favorite two were The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler and
The Sorcerer after that
Escape from
too.
Camazons. I think Sorcerer was up there as well, but I think Holly was my favorite character from this season.
I don't hate that.
Big part was played by Nell Fisher. She absolutely killed it this season.
She did, bro. She actually has a really bright future in acting. Everything she did was very believable, and like,
Yeah,
yeah, dude, she was good. She was good.
she was putting up like season one Finn Wolfhard performances. Season one,
Absolutely,
like pretty much all the kids in season one. I can't single any of them out. They were all great.
absolutely.
She was putting up performances.
Yeah, dude,
And then
it was great.
while we're on the topic of acting, though, how good was Jamie Campbell, Vecna's actor? Dude,
Yeah, this
I
guy's
don't
got to
think it's
get way
ridiculous
more
to
roles,
say
bro.
so many more roles, right? I don't think it's ridiculous to say he's been the best part of Stranger Things since he got introduced.
I don't think that's ridiculous either. Um, yeah, bro. I mean, some of the stuff, and this is why. So this is another like a little bit of a flaw for me. Again, not at fault to the storytelling, more at fault of just like the runtime. We needed more, dude. We really needed more of like inside of
Yeah,
Henry's head and like kind of like that backstory because I get it, like he gets the stone and he was being controlled this whole time, which we kind of were picking up on. But then he like goes into like, no, we are one. Like I made this choice. I
yeah.
really wanted to see more of him falling into that darkness, maybe like in his past, like what made him get to that.
I will say, we get the whole monologue from him in,
Hmm.
is it Massacre at Hawkins Lab? I think that's the
Yeah,
episode where we get his whole monologue about
yeah,
I gave up on society, I like
yeah.
humanity, all that.
And he talks about
So it does make
like
sense that he would
days, weeks,
side with
months,
him.
years, like all
Yeah,
of it
yeah,
being the same. Yeah,
yeah. So it does make sense that he would side with the Mind Flayer, and
100%.
I genuinely am happy that they didn't make him just, oh, you're a good guy, you were being used.
Yeah, I agree with
Sometimes
that too.
I like my villains just being pure evil sometimes.
Yes, I agree with that too. I didn't want it to be a situation where it's like, oh, I kind of feel bad or I kind of side. Because for a second there, for a very split second, I was like, dang, that is kind of tough. He was a kid. And then he's like, but no, like I embraced it. Like we are one. I was
Yeah,
like, dang, yeah, he's actually evil.
right? And just on that entire scene, his acting, like him fighting himself to go into the cave and then into the mines, like he looked terrified. I don't
Hmm.
know any other actor in that show that could have pulled off a performance nearly as good as that.
Hmm. Yeah, bro. Also speaking on that scene, like, bro, I was so hyped to see Holly pick up like the stick or
Heroic
whatever, and she's
Holly,
like, "I'm about to go fight, like for real this time."
the
Um,
Wheeler genes kicked in.
Come on, bro. Yeah, but no, I totally agree with everything you're saying about Jamie, because yeah, bro, everything about that was just phenomenal throughout the entire season, throughout season 4, obviously.
Yeah,
But
come
I
on
feel
now.
like he shined even more in this one because we got to see a lot more of like him as
Range.
Henry and
Yeah,
Mr. What's It, and like yeah, you
yeah,
just had a different type of range. So, really, really good stuff. On that
yeah.
Vecna note, Will's connection to Vecna, I really like that scene where like he was in his head and he was like, "No, you're
You're
like
like
me.
me.
We're like the same."
Yeah,
Blah blah blah. I just sort of feel a little bit confused though on like he could
bad
feel the
mind.
gunshot. He could feel everything until they were attacking the mind
This
flare.
is actually my biggest complaint.
Okay.
Will should be dead.
Yeah,
He
I
should
thought
be
so
dead. I'm
too.
happy he's not,
Me too.
but he should be dead.
It
unless
makes
you
the
didn't
most
give us a
sense. Yeah.
scene, you didn't give us a scene of, oh, we're not connected anymore. The mind flare's not a part of me. We knew it wasn't because at the end of season 2, like all the smoke comes out, but then you can't have them still connected then.
Well, he gets
You
his
did
powers because he's
unbelievable,
connected.
yeah, you didn't do unbelievable writing in the Sorcerer episode to show us, oh, Vecna's been using me, I'm going to use him, I'm going to tap into the hive mind. You've been saying that all season. Why is he suddenly not in the hive mind anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I was a little bit confused. Like you said, I don't need him dead. I didn't want anyone to die.
Yeah,
Um,
just give me the scene now.
yeah, just it's either he does have to because it makes sense and it would really be it would be an emotional
Hmm.
death, or like show him get disconnected. And
Yeah,
like we never really got the disconnect because yeah, as soon like literally he's feeling every single thing until like him and Eleven are
until,
fighting him.
yeah. But I don't know, like, you gave us a 2 hour finale. You can't tell me that every single Stranger Things fan ever wouldn't have watched a 210, a 220, a 230.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know? I would
Dude,
have.
the piggyback from season 4 was 230.
Yeah. But think about, like, Endgame is a long movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots that need to get done, lots that needs to get wrapped up. It gave itself the runtime to do so. And it feels properly paced all the way throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same thing with the finale. If you had an extra 20 minutes even, you could have put the entire will scene. You could have had just a few more filler scenes to explain certain things happening, more Vecna, more background. Like, a big complaint of mine actually that comes after the kids are, or after Vecna's defeated. Why aren't the kids, why don't they need to get out of Vecna's mind still? I get that he's dead and everything, but shouldn't they have to still get through the portal to wake up? Why do we see them getting all the way to the most recent memory and the edge of Vecna's mind just to then wake up automatically?
Yeah, I hear that. I feel like I thought that at first, but there are moments throughout the show where like Will, for example, even earlier in season 5 did escape because
Yeah,
11 let him out
yeah.
before he didn't have to do any like escape through the memories. So I like part of me is like, yeah, they were right there at the cave, but then another part of me is like we've seen people escape that way before. Um so I don't know. It didn't like I get it, but it didn't affect me too much, I don't think.
Yeah, see, for me, it was kind of just like you showed me all the buildup. Show me the scene of like Holly telling people, "Hey,
That would
just
have been
think of a
cool,
good
yeah.
memory we can get out," and then they wake up
Yeah.
and actually like help themselves get out or whatever, and then you see them wake up. I would have liked to see. You don't need to show it with all the kids, but show it with Holly's best friend. Show it with Derek what he would have thought of to get himself out.
Mhm.
Would it have been his best friend Mike.
I love that, dude.
So when they're on their way out of the Upside Down, he's just
I love
creepy
that,
stare,
bro.
bro.
It's so funny, bro. He's
It's
so
so
sweet
good
too about it. He's just like,
because he's delightful now. But yeah,
yeah,
like give me that scene. I get like genuinely every issue just comes back to we didn't have enough time.
yeah.
And that's just
Yeah,
another issue I can pass off. I understand what probably happened. It's either they made it out the way we've seen before, or Vecna's dead. They're not in his mind anymore.
right. They're disconnected.
They're gone, right?
Yeah,
So I don't mind it.
yeah,
But that's about it with my nitpicks, really, in that first bit. Like,
yeah. I don't.
I do
I
think I have one more.
Sure, hit me with it because I think I also have like a slight one too. But this has been something that I've talked about throughout the entire season, and I'll mention it one
It's going
more
to be the
time.
military, and
It
I'm going to
is
talk about it too.
okay. Cool.
Once they escape, I knew the military was going to be waiting for them. I actually
Yeah.
liked how they were just like another driving force throughout the episode, because now, like, as soon as you stop Vecna, there is another timeline, like, and they have agency again, not like in Volume 2.
Right.
The thing I don't like is what happens after everything. We got a time skip, which I'm a fan of, but
Hmm.
okay, we we see 11's gone. That's the person the military was actually after, whatever. But are the military just going to let Nancy walk free.
For killing
Nancy
like
was
how many soldiers,
popping
bro?
military,
Yeah, for
bro.
how many
Popper
soldiers, dude?
popping shoulders, bro. 11 when the kryptonite weapon, whatever, turned off in the Upside Down.
That
She wiped out everybody.
dude, the part
Wiped
when she
out.
like slowly moves the gun underneath the guy's chin. I've never seen Eleven
Bro,
act like that brutally before. Because she
moving
snaps next, but
crazy.
that's like she's like letting him know he's
Known
about
for
to
that,
die.
yeah. Yeah. That's not a quick death, bro. Like, I mean, it is, but like,
It is,
you
but
know
the
it's coming.
anticipation exactly.
Yeah, yeah, you know it's coming. So, like, that's what little bit of, like, again, just, it's not even like a huge complaint. It's a nitpick. Why, what happened with them? Why are they just allowed to go free? Even if you're like a Mike or a Lucas who didn't kill a military soldier, you were still interfering with their plans.
Yeah, you were disobeying their orders of
Yeah.
quarantine. Like you were going up against all these. You broke into a military
You broke
base.
into a military base. You were harboring a fugitive. Like, there's a lot of things that
Yeah,
you could be arrested for. So, like, I would have liked any explanation for that. And the one I saw on TikTok, what happened to Dr. Owens?
yeah, dude. Olivia brought that up the other day.
Because that would have been, shout out Olivia, smart. But that would have been the perfect explanation for everything. One, he's been a massive part of Stranger Things all the way since season 2.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the easiest way to explain away everything. If he was able to give 11 like a normal life in California and everything, then he could have made this entire thing disappear.
Yeah, and he already
Bring back
knew Hopper
Owens.
and Joyce. Like he'd helped them before.
Yes, exactly. He's done everything in that regard before. Bring him back for 5 minutes, have him explain everything, have him get caught up on everything, and then just go, yeah, you know what, I'll take care of this. Don't even worry about it. I don't need to see
Yeah,
all the democracy and the whatever, like talking about, oh, they should be set free. I don't really care, but if
yeah.
because I trust
I don't.
Owens enough.
Yeah, I don't care
So
either.
that's the easiest way.
Yeah, it would have been
Tell me
cool
you're a
to either
military
like.
complaint, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, on your Owens point, I think it would have been cool to have like kind of at the beginning of the time skip, maybe if someone even mentioned it, like, "Hey, it's nice that
Yeah,
Owens helped" or whatever. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, bro, I agree with everything you said, and the military. I'm annoyed at the military for like two main reasons. One, I feel like their storyline didn't really, it wasn't consistent, and two, everything that the military did and every scene that the military was in took away from what maybe could have been added to the story. And like
exactly.
it wasn't even paid off, bro. Like if there's
Mm-mm.
anyone I wanted dead in the show, it was Kay.
Oh my gosh, bro. Shout out Sarah Connors, but
Right?
definitely not Cade.
No, I genuinely needed a Kay death scene, bro, and that
Well,
just never came.
would have been so easy if you replace the military, the honestly most of the season of the military, with Demogorgons, Demodogs, the
Yeah.
bats. Like, I would have much
Ooh.
rather, I would have much rather seen up to volume 1. I'm okay because quarantine and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. But then beyond that point, I would have liked to see the main battle have been with Vecna, Demodogs, the bats, the
Yeah.
Demogorgons, because that'd be a villain from every season now,
Yeah, every
and
season. And what
that
started
would
it
be a
all.
good thing. And
Dude,
everybody, yeah, exactly what started it all. And everybody that went to the abyss, you probably didn't need most of them there, honestly,
sure.
because when they were fighting the Mind Flayer, I was just kind of like, yeah, you're pouring gasoline on him, you're lighting him on fire. That's all good. Nancy, Robin, Steve, Jonathan probably could have done that alone. But now if it was Demogorgons and bats and Demodogs and you have to go up against them in the abyss and it's this little bit bigger battle with people having more to do, I would have liked that more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Because I
agree.
feel like some characters got sidelined because of just the lack of villains for them to fight.
Yeah, I agree.
That being said, walk them down Wheelers, just backing up the Mind Flayer, that was nice. And the
I
entire scene
genuinely
with
love Nancy,
everybody,
bro.
bro, it was so good. The scene when everybody cornered him on the canyon, so good.
It
And
was giving
again,
me
that is a
season
lot
three
of
vibes.
firepower. Yes, with the fireworks.
Yeah,
So I did really like that.
me
I
too.
just maybe would have gone in a different direction with the military and lack of demogorgons, that type of thing.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask. I'll say this quickly on your like whole military point about Volume One, dude. I think what you
Hmm.
said is brilliant, and I think that the way the sorcerer ended, the door
Yeah.
was wide open for them to just kill every single military member, like wide
Yep.
open. We could have seen Vecna
Yep.
full strength just completely wipe out that entire base, and then all of Volume Two has nothing to do with the military anymore.
Literally. And then you bring in it's Vecna. We need
Yes,
Vecna, the Mind Flayer, whatever. And
and
then
you don't.
you don't have to worry about the military then for any
Yeah,
time after.
and there's no
We
like
should have been
weird like plot
Duffer
hole or
Brothers.
anything like that, like why they're not in it, because it's like
No,
they're just dead. Like,
exactly. Like there's no military now.
yeah.
Duffer Brothers, get at us, man.
Yeah.
Get
Oh my
at
gosh,
us.
bro. Get us in the writer room.
Right? I
I was
think
gonna say
I
though,
might actually have. Oh, you go.
I was just gonna quickly say, don't lose that thought. But I wanted to ask like how you felt about there being like no Demogorgons in the Abyss at all, and if you think that is kind of a plot hole, or if you're kind of fine with it.
Either show them in the Abyss or show them in the Upside Down. Either one.
But you're fine that there were none in the Abyss, like period.
For me, it's just kind of like a whatever thing. But I would have liked to see them
Yeah.
because they've been such a like the Upside Down used to be a scary place,
Yeah.
but now it's just kind of we're gonna drive through there, we're gonna have fun, all of that kind of thing. There was like especially going to the Abyss, that's where everything comes from. We should have seen something.
That's what I thought too. Like part of me was like, I mean, maybe there was no reason for them to be in the Abyss at all, so like
Yeah,
they got sent down to the Upside Down or something like that.
yeah,
But it's not really anything that I was like really thinking about at the time or concerned about. I just like started
exactly.
realizing when people brought it up, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
me too. That's the perfect way to put it. Is like during the watch through, it didn't affect me.
Hmm.
Afterwards, I was thinking about it, so
Yeah,
I don't think it takes away from the show whatsoever. Is the thing, which is
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
But back to the point, I had one last thing about the military,
yeah.
and on like one of the biggest parts of the show, all the pregnant women in the Upside Down.
Right.
What do you think about that just being brought up and then dropped fully?
Yeah, I mean, like dropped fully to the point that like I guess they're all dead because they would have gotten
Bro,
taken in
I
the
mean,
Upside Down.
to be fair, they would still have Callie and Eleven's blood, so the experiments could continue.
But the
But
pregnant
like,
ladies are probably like, because weren't they
they
in
could
the
probably
Upside Down?
live. Yes, they could probably no, but that's what I'm saying is like you can't really go save them and bring them out of the Upside Down because then they still have the blood, this and that. But now you're telling me they all just die. You're cool with that. The end. We're not going to think about it. It was brought up by I think Callie or whatever, and then yeah, we don't get another glimpse of it
Right.
anytime after.
Yeah. See,
So
because
it's
at
just like,
first, yeah, I don't know, because at first, like I was thinking, oh, maybe Callie's lying about it until, and we can talk about Callie in a second,
yeah,
until the turnaround, I guess, of her character, and I was
yeah,
like, oh, she wasn't lying at all. So yeah, it is. I mean, it is kind of weird to just brush that off your shoulder. And again, like it's one of those
yeah,
moments where it's like, we could have probably focused on something else in the story that we
yeah,
needed more of, rather than adding another element for it to not get paid off. To me, it's a really small one that it's like whatever. I didn't even care when it was brought up in the first time. I really just cared about the 11
yeah,
Cali situation. But that being said, yeah, it is kind of an open-ended thing, and if they just ended up dying anyway, it was kind of random and pointless.
yeah.
So I agree
I
with what
just
you're
think it was
saying.
more so used as a crutch to show like Callie's point. Like
Right.
we have to die. I have to die. You have to die. They have to die. Like everything goes.
I think if it was used as like a tool to basically get the audience to feel like Eleven had a reason to sacrifice herself, then it did
Yeah.
its job. But
It,
I agree,
like
it's
I was
kind of
saying, it's just
random.
a crutch. You know, it's just a
Yeah,
crutch.
yeah,
But using like we probably saw like a dozen women, pregnant women,
yeah.
as a crutch just to prove a point is a little bit nuts.
It's a
But
little bit crazy. It's a little
well,
bit crazy.
whatever.
I mean, I guess it
But
makes the stakes high,
it does.
but
But you
but
want to get into Callie now?
I want to get into Callie, and actually, now that I said makes the stakes high, and there's another thing I want to talk about that's really it's bugging me a little bit, but we can talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Um, we collectively owe an apology to Callie.
Nah.
Yes, we do, bro. Yes, we do. We all were judging her, calling her the traitor, saying all this and that, and she was the one. If you believe, she was the one to
Okay.
save 11.
I was about to say it depends on which interpretation you go for.
Sure.
We forgive her.
Yeah, if you don't believe, you
Some
probably
probably
don't.
don't.
If you don't believe 11's alive,
We
yeah.
do.
Me and Ishay, the cousins cut here, we apologize to Callie and we forgive her for all of her wrongdoings. Dude, I thought she was gonna shoot Hopper, by the way.
Yeah, that was one of the most well done scenes in the entire show, I think.
Yeah. The three of them, like that part outside of the abyss, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
bro. Like there was tension continuously.
Very, very, very good. Very, very, very good all throughout. I think acting from David Harbour, Millie Bobby Brown. I don't even know Callie's actor,
Yeah.
to be honest.
She
was good though.
She was yeah, she was good. Like the two outshined, but yeah, she was fine.
Okay, she was good. The other two were great, is the thing.
Okay, sure, yeah, I'm good with that.
Right?
How'd you
But
feel
David
about Hopper
Harbour
leaving her
especially.
behind? Yeah, David Harper was dude. I'm excited to see him in Endgame or Doomsday.
Yeah, Alexi.
Yup. What'd you think about Hopper leaving her behind though?
Good. She just pointed a gun at him. Like,
I know, but I thought it was a little wild, bro.
the thing is, she is like 5 foot flat. He could pick her up with one hand and like
Yeah.
carry them both. He just hates her.
At the
He
time
actually
though,
hated her.
I know. I mean, honestly, I did too at the time. So like, as
Yeah.
someone who was watching it like real time, I was like, whatever, bro. Like, please save 11. It was all about 11.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, that's all I wanted to say on Callie. Before we get into
Yeah.
like any of the epilogue stuff, some of the complaints people had were like the stakes weren't high enough. And
Oh, I was actually going to bring this up.
okay, cool.
Are you upset at lack of deaths?
Absolutely not.
Here's the thing. I am so 50-50 on this. I don't want anybody to die. Period. But from a storytelling perspective and everything, I think somebody had to.
I think if anyone had to, it had to be Will, but like people's desire of like Steve, for example,
I don't want like a
genuinely don't get
random
it.
death though.
Yeah, I don't get
I
that.
want like an earned death. Like Will's would have been earned. It would have made sense. I don't want one of the characters just to suddenly think like, oh, I'm gonna take 2 grenades and run into the mind flayer's mouth and sacrifice myself. Because like, I'm not exactly happy with Eddie's death, and that was just kind of like a random death in my opinion. He didn't
Yeah.
need to die,
No,
and
he
I didn't
didn't.
want any deaths to be like that. But I do think you needed a death pretty early on in that episode to show, hey, people can die. None of your characters are safe. Here's some tension. Here's some stakes.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I don't want any deaths, so it's tough.
yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, I'm quick to say no. I didn't want to see any of them die, especially the way the
Yeah.
epilogue went. It's like their stories, like the way it wrapped up and
Perfect.
everything.
Yeah.
But I do agree, like it obviously adds impact and emotion to the story. And I think Will's would have made the most sense. I feel like it would have been earned
Yeah.
because he was connected. It would have been the final piece to kind of like Harry Potter as a Horcrux. Only this one, there is no resurrection stone.
Yeah.
And I feel like that one would have worked. I don't really get like why people are like, oh, but Nancy or Steve, like those just would have been
Yeah.
heartbreaking. They wouldn't have really, they
They
wouldn't
would
have
have had
been.
a purpose that if they built it up in volumes 1 and 2, then sure, because now
Mhm.
there's a reason for it. But no, there would be no reason just for a random death just for the shock factor. I don't want a death just for that.
If it was going to be anyone outside of Will and 11, I feel like it had to be not in the finale. So
Yeah.
that like it could be like some sort
Exactly.
of vengeance, revenge.
Go
like,
into the
Yeah.
into the finale with the stakes already high,
yeah,
and then we're set. But I'm torn on it because again, from a writing perspective, storytelling perspective, I wanted one
I feel
just
you.
for that tension and everything. But me personally, I'm so happy that everybody lived,
I feel that.
except for
Yeah.
Callie.
Yeah. Yeah, as a fan, like I just wanted to see what I got in the epilogue, and that's why I
Yeah,
feel like the epilogue was the most perfect thing I could have gotten from the show. Um, but yeah, from a writing like standpoint, and me and my dad talked about this, like just how crucial it is when a big piece or a big character like dies, and what that can do
yeah,
for like the hero's journey, like someone like a Yoda or an Obi-Wan, for example, in Star Wars.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just they didn't go that route. I'm happy that everyone lived. I feel like if someone was supposed to, I know we said it, but I feel like maybe Will would have worked the best for the story. Would have been really impactful, emotional, and all that stuff, especially for
One of the
Joyce.
buyers.
Yeah,
One of the buyers, yeah.
not Joyce. Please, not
But that's
Joyce.
it would have made sense. It would have made sense, but I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
Oh, while we're on, before we get into the epilogue,
Hmm.
I want to mention how well done pretty much all of the montages are in this finale.
Oh, like throughout the
One of
whole
them,
episode.
yes, throughout the whole
Yes,
episode.
the
One of them being
flashbacks.
when Joyce is chopping off Vecna's head, and it's
Oh,
all the bad things that has happened to the entire party. So good.
I'm telling, bro,
One of
another
my
absolute
favorite
cinema
scenes.
moment.
One of my
Like,
favorite scenes in the entire show.
I totally agree, bro. I totally agree. An absolute cinema moment. Like the
And they
zoom,
hit
like the
it
close up
every
of
single
each
time.
character. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, yeah, and the like the constant hit, and it's a new person. And it's
Yeah.
what Vecna has done to them throughout the entire
Yeah.
show. I totally agree. One
Also,
of my favorite scenes.
for people saying that Vecna went out soft or whatever, he had two people with telekinetic abilities pushing him down onto a spike.
Yeah,
Like whatever it was, 8 people shooting fire, his one weakness, at something connected to him.
yeah.
And then he had, I know it's Joyce, and again 5-3 and everything. Somebody hit him in the neck with an axe like 10 times. But you're saying he went out like a sucker?
I mean, do y'all forget that the same girl that beat him in the finale beat him when she was like 6 years old?
Yeah.
Like,
Come on now. Like,
yeah, I don't know what we're doing, genuinely. 11 has beaten him before. So,
yeah.
yeah. And like you said, this time you had Will and you had people throwing stuff at it. By the way, that transition when Vecna like had his hand right there in front of Elle's face and then it zooms out of Will's
Oh.
eye and he's like,
And
oh
then
my gosh, yeah,
peak.
bro.
Peak, dude.
Genuinely
Peak.
peak, bro. I'm saying, bro, that was
So
peak,
good.
bro.
So
So
good.
peak. But yeah,
Right,
dude,
and
I
actually,
I agree with the
we have
montage
no more
thing.
negatives, right? We have no more negatives.
I don't have any
So
more
let's just
negatives
talk
yet.
positives. Because
Cool.
again, I like liking things. I'd much rather talk about happy stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
this will be the last thing I think before we get into the epilogue. Purple Rain.
Um,
So well done. It's so well done.
dude, I don't remember
You,
the last time I felt like broken watching a scene like that. And in a good way, obviously, in a good way.
yeah,
It
you knew
was
something was coming
yeah,
because the military was still kicking about at the time. I think the moment it really set in for me is when everybody was laughing, cheering in the back of the van, and then Murray's passing them, honking the horn. I
mm-hmm,
was like, oh no, something bad is coming. And then getting out of the Upside Down, it's chaotic. Where's 11? Purple Rain's coming to a close, and yeah,
yeah,
we all know what
um,
happened there.
yeah. It was like you said, it was really, really well done scene. And again, the use of flashbacks throughout this entire episode was
Yeah,
just beautifully done. Um, and they
actually, that
used it again.
montage might be better than the Joyce one.
They're both really, really good. I agree. It's hard to pick which one is better. Um, yeah, dude, that
11,
was
that
sad.
one.
Hmm?
The 11 montage.
11, bro. Dude, I was so sad.
I know. Actually, I got a bunch of things to say about this scene.
Uh-huh.
One, I'm so happy that Elle was able to go into the mind with Mike and have that entire moment.
Hmm.
So good,
Me
right?
too. I
So
agree.
good.
I really liked that they had like a final goodbye, and it was like there's
Yes,
nothing going on around them.
exactly. The show started when he met her in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
right? Obviously, you get, oh, Will went missing, but everything started when Mike met her in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy we got all those moments, all those memories, flashbacks, whatever, with those two before we did anything else.
I agree.
And then back to acting, Finn Wolfhard. Wow.
Throughout
His
the
like
whole
actual
episode.
screams of agony,
Yeah.
like agony for Elle, so good.
Which is
Right?
crazy
So
too, because
good.
I felt like that was his Loki, his second best acting of the
Well,
episode. I thought his best was at the very, very end.
okay, yeah, yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, which we'll talk about eventually. But
Yeah.
I like that he was brilliant throughout the episode, and like, dude, that I was feeling him, bro. Like, I did not
Yeah.
want anything to happen to her too, and I mean, like you said, she's been the one consistent. Like, their relationship has been like super consistent throughout the whole show. They've had obviously moments of beef here and there, but like they've always been connected like that.
Yeah. Right?
And
So I'm so happy we got a closure to that.
yeah, they did it very, very well.
It's so good.
So should we talk about the epilogue then,
18
and like
months
everyone's
later,
everyone's
epilogue. Do
ending?
you want to kind of go in order?
Yeah, why not? Might as well end with the ending.
Yeah.
So so first then, the Hopper
We'll
Mike
get the
scene.
teens, no? Oh, Hopper Mike
Yeah, the
first.
Hopper Mike scene.
Again, I've seen those leaks for months now of Hopper sitting with Mike, and I was like, oh my, are they gonna retcon the entire show to like a D&D game or whatever? Because why is
Oh,
Hopper still
interesting.
chief? All this kind of stuff. I was like,
Interesting. Oh.
I was so worried. I was like, why is everything back to normal so
Mm-hmm.
quick? Why is Hopper the chief? Like, I was so worried for it, but just such a well done scene.
Yeah.
What, like, and I'm so happy Hopper got this moment to be mature
Mm-hmm.
and go, I've taken path one, take path two.
Yeah. I
It's
really
so
love that
worth it, take
monologue.
path two,
Yeah.
right? So good. And two characters that have been kind of at each other's
Yeah.
throats for lots of the season. So I'm happy that there's just that respect and that love between them.
Yeah. No, I agree. Not much else to say on that, honestly. I just thought it was another beautiful monologue moment for David Harbour, and yeah, it was a really good scene.
Right. And I'm happy that, well, not happy, but I'm glad that it showed us how this still weighs on Mike. He wasn't going to his own grad,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
He's still
Honestly,
there looking at 11.
what he said about the lie of if I go and walk the stage, it shows that I'm wanting to move on and I'm not ready to move on. That's so
Yeah.
real, bro. Like that is
Yeah.
genuinely so real. Like just not wanting to do something because you feel like you are showing other
Not
people.
being not being ready, not being okay. Like, so
Yeah,
well written.
yeah.
Come on.
I thought that whole thing was great. Yeah, absolute cinema. This is when it all genuinely all peak
Every
just
scene,
flows every single scene.
every single
Um,
scene.
next we had
Then graduation.
yeah, and like Lucas and Max and the graduation, everything. Which, by the way, like seeing Max being able to skateboard again, dude, everything about that was just so nice. And I'm Team Lou Max all the way. I can't lie. I just
Little
like.
Max. And also everybody's character was just perfect.
Yeah.
Getting ready for grad. Dustin would be with his mom,
Yeah.
valedictorian, by the way,
Right.
smiling, everything. Mike, again, we've seen he doesn't really like these big occasions, anyways, like
Mm-hmm.
with the snowball, getting ready, and everything. And that was him right after he lost 11 again,
Oh, you're right.
right? So he was all bummed out. You see, like his mom's trying to take him pictures. He's upset. He doesn't want to go to grad, so he's perfectly in character too. Lucas would be getting ready 3 hours before, already
Right.
cap and gown on. Max would be nonchalant about it until Lucas comes up to him.
Right.
Perfect. And then the older teenagers, Steve just being there, so good.
This dude,
Robin,
such a beautiful ending
oh
for the teens too. Like,
yes, Robin on the
and
radio show, shouting out her friends and everything, how everything's changed, and it's okay that things have changed.
I wanted to say that I felt like finale Robin felt like old Robin again.
Yes. Honest, most of the season, I'll say
Honestly,
she felt
valid.
more like old Robin.
Honestly,
But
valid.
her entire monologue as well, just performing over the radio show, and you can see her start to kind of break down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
realizing that it's never going to be the same. Nothing's ever going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Just great.
I think you can
right?
see throughout the whole epilogue, like every moment of tears and like voices kind of cracking up and stuff. That didn't
That
feel
was
like
real.
acting. Yeah, that
That
felt
was
real,
real.
bro. And I think that's why like it just felt so impactful, dude. Seeing Steve as the coach with like Derek as
The Little
the
League coach
catcher.
and
Oh
the
my gosh.
Seg coach.
But genuinely, that's why this is what I wanted from Steve, bro. I didn't want a
Yeah,
death. That's what I wanted from Steve.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
Perfect ending for him.
yeah, perfect,
Perfect.
perfect ending for him. And I loved that whole like, little thing of them talking and reminiscing and talking about meeting up and
Yeah,
everything like that. So yeah, dude.
right. I will
Um,
get into that more after the graduation,
mhm.
but the graduation,
Yeah, dude.
right? Like
Did you like that? Dustin graduated the way Eddie
the
was
way
going
Eddie
to.
wanted to. So peak, dude. So peak.
Yeah, bro.
Right? And then I didn't catch this the first time around. The girls that come up to him, same girl that rejected him at the snowball.
Yep.
That Nancy
Yep.
knew all along they'll come around.
My boy got his redemption. Nancy did know. Oh, that's a good call, bro. She did say
Right?
that.
You'll drive him crazy.
Yeah.
You'll drive him crazy.
Yeah,
And
I
then
I instantly like
everybody,
recognized her when she pulled up. I was like, "Yo, that's the
good
season
for
2
you, man.
girl."
I had no clue. But honestly, like, again, I love how in character everybody was for the graduation scene, too.
Hmm.
All the friends would stand up and cheer for D&D and Dustin talking about D&D,
Right? Give a little
right? And
shout
saying,
like,
yeah,
"Woo!"
that's my friend,
Yeah.
exactly. And then all the Wheelers being there, Ted being there.
Te- Dude, Murray and Mr. Clark sitting together.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, it was
Like,
nice seeing the Wheelers back. Dude, did you see Karen's like neck and
yes, yes, dude. Crazy,
yeah.
crazy. But now she wears walking down Wheeler proudly.
Yes, sir. Holly was with Derek too. Like I genuinely that whole family
Yes.
is just fire.
Yeah. I probably have Ted and then the rest.
Yeah, it's like Ted, and then like maybe Mike somewhere
Probably
down
start with
here.
Mike there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna lie. Holly might be up there now.
Dude, she was so good this season. But it's
There's not a
Ted,
Wheeler I
obviously.
dislike. Yeah,
They had to bench him the whole fight because you know what would have happened.
if he made it to the abyss, come on. You know what? Low key, the Demogorgons weren't there because they were just standing ready for if Ted woke up.
That's so valid.
They had to stay ready for him.
Hey, this wasn't anything that bothered me, but it was something I saw online.
Yeah.
How did Max graduate?
Right, bro. I mean, she missed a year.
I think she missed more than a year. Because how long was she in a coma for?
A year, about.
A year? Okay, so she missed a full year of school. I mean, you could probably catch that
Because
up.
what was the time skip? End of season 4 to season 5? Wasn't it like 12 months? A little bit over 12 months?
I thought so. I thought she was
So
in a
she
coma
missed a
for
year and a
close to
bit.
2 years, but like maybe it was a year and a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Right,
But
so a year and a little bit.
you can
She
probably make
might
that
have been
up.
able to catch up. 2 summers, maybe? I don't know.
It's Max.
But
She'll figure it
it
out.
doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother
Nah,
me, you
I just
know?
thought it was funny when someone brought that up. But yeah,
That is
like you
actually
said, it
kind of
doesn't
funny.
bug
I
me.
didn't know. Right, so I don't know. I thought the graduation scene was great. Erica setting off everything for Dustin
Yeah,
in character for her now,
yeah.
and that's all I need to see for Erica, in my opinion.
Same.
I don't
Because
need a
we also had the
big
gag me with
thing.
the spoon. Like we also had the gag me with the spoon scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I don't need too much to
nah.
explain what Erica's doing now. She's going to be in Mr. Clark's class, excelling in school, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I low key wanted to see like maybe if like Tina and then the Turnbows were
Yeah,
alright,
yeah,
but
yeah. Again, like
again, didn't really.
they, you could have thrown in one line, just like, "Oh shoot, we still got to get the Turnbows from the barn or
Yeah,
something," right?
yeah.
And then they have to explain everything that happened. Derek will come and clutch there, just saying like, "Don't worry, like we're fine, we're fine."
I
But
got it. I figured it out.
if not, everybody will be arrested. So, because like that is a abduction, a
Yeah,
kidnapping. But yeah, like I was good with the entire graduation scene, really well done, and every character is just like pretty much the peak of what their character should be from each
yeah,
season, all conversion to one point there.
yeah. Totally. Yeah, the graduation scene was It's also like it feels so like poetic, bro. Like to end with
Yeah,
a grad, you know what I mean? It's
a
the changing
grad.
of into a new life type of thing. So
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
loved it.
yeah,
But then rooftop scene with the older
yeah,
teens. I
fire,
don't
bro.
see how you can get any better for any of them,
Me neither.
right? You gave Nancy her own agency finally,
Mm-hmm.
and I love how Steve and Jonathan acknowledge that.
Yeah,
Acknowledge that she's a special person in their lives, but she was never meant to be tied down by any guy, at least not at this point.
yeah, and she wasn't
So,
like that was kind of
yeah,
her character development throughout the entire show.
yeah.
Just becoming stronger and stronger and stronger.
Learning I don't need Steve first, and then learning her and Jonathan have different agency, and then
Mm-hmm.
eventually I'm the protector of the group, right?
Yeah,
Alongside with Steve. So, right, Nancy, I don't think you can wrap it up any better. I like how she dropped out of school
yeah,
to go
right.
into reporting because they kind of dropped that for the season, but then brought it back for the finale because I think that would happen. She wouldn't be focused on it while everything with like while they're doing crawls and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she's always been a good investigative reporter. She'll go back to that.
Yeah, I liked that Robin dropped like, "Oh, did you become a Navy SEAL or something like that?"
Yeah, bro,
I
one of
thought
my
that was
favorite
funny.
lines.
Yeah,
Literally one of my favorite lines, one of my favorite deliveries from the finale. I knew it, you became a Navy SEAL.
yeah,
That's
I thought that
peak.
was so funny.
That's
Yeah,
peak.
dude, I wouldn't change anything about that rooftop scene either. Like,
No.
yeah, it was beautifully written and it was a good send off. And yeah, I
Yeah.
felt like the order
Right?
also that they did it for the send offs
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
as well.
Right? Everything they formatted it with was just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I like they made Jonathan a little bit of a weird guy still, because
Still,
he
yeah, it
always
continues
has
to be.
been,
Yeah,
right? He always has been. So I liked how they did that with him. And it makes sense that he's finally, I think he was at Manhattan or whatever.
yeah, he goes
Like,
to NYU, NYU, like the
was it
school he's
NYU?
what school? It's like I thought it was
I
NYU.
I might have, yeah, he's wanted to go to the NYU since he was 6 years old or
Yeah,
whatever.
it was that
But
school, whatever school he's been.
I didn't hear it like that. I don't
Oh,
know. I
okay.
thought it was MIU, but NYU definitely makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was like the school he's been wanting to go to.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
makes again lots of sense.
yeah,
Again, Robin, it's good.
yeah.
Can't complain. She's only been you like we haven't seen something like Jonathan where he's wanted to go to school here and all this and that. So we didn't have that with Robin, so I'm happy they just gave her like what she wanted, almost like a normal-ish life.
I agree.
And then obviously the goat, Steve the Hare Harrington, sex ed teacher and literally coach,
Looking to buy a house, maybe
looking to
settling
buy a
down with this
house
new girl, possibly. Yeah,
with
dude, it
the
was
six
fire.
little kids. Yeah, like that's all you could want from him.
I also wanted
And
to say very, very quickly,
go
bro,
on.
like, I really like how Robin and Steve consistently since like season three have just been like the
Yeah,
one and two like best friends, and you even see it throughout
literally.
the finale and stuff. It's like it's so
Yeah.
perfect. But go ahead.
Well, I was just speaking of duos though, I was like, I love how Steve goes to pick up Dustin from college occasionally and just
Yes.
hang out, right? Because you're right. Robin and Steve just being one of the best duos consistently, amazing. No, like, can't write it any better. Dustin and Steve have been the best duo too, so I love that
Right.
he's just allowed to have his friends now,
Yeah,
you know?
Dustin and Steve remain the top duo for sure of the show, I think. Like, and yeah, that ending. Oh, dude.
We'll get
Yeah, we'll
into
get into
Hopper
that part
Joyce.
with Dustin. But I agree, like everything about that, and Steve got his beautiful ending, and
Mm-hmm.
um, I loves that like he was the one to be like, guys, like why don't we do something about it? Like let's meet up. Like
Yeah,
it just feels real, bro.
because he peaked in high school.
Yeah,
Like he would be the guy that wants to just keep reliving the old days we saw. Like he was like, "Oh, I miss this place, don't you?"
yeah,
And they're like, "No." Right? That's own character for Steve. I love it.
yeah. I love it. All right, should we get to Enzo's?
Actually, we lied. Jin and I did text about one thing, and it was that we finally got to see them be regulars at Enzo's.
Mm-hmm.
That is so good. So good. And there was no awkwardness between them, so figuring out the relationship, no. They're a good couple, all of that. And I'll let you get into what you need to talk about, but
I wanted to say that I did not see a proposal coming at all. And so when he was like, I think there's one thing we need to decide tonight, I was like, yo, no way he's
yeah,
asking. And
yeah.
that dude
And at
again,
last playing,
yeah, bro. There was genuinely again a perfect ending, bro. Like I felt
yes,
so satisfied seeing Hopper and Joyce finally getting their ending, and he when he's like, we can move away, we can start new, start fresh. Like Joyce is finally. It seems like she finally gets to be at peace for the first time throughout the
yes,
entire show, and Hopper
yes.
the same thing, and they get to like be at peace together, and to see,
Hopper lost his two daughters, but now he has his two sons.
yeah,
Loved it.
yeah, I
I
loved it
loved it.
too. And
I
just
was
like
also
honestly,
happy
the way the
that
relationship has
he's
grown like throughout the seasons, like it's
yes.
just
Well, that's what
that's
I'm saying. No awkwardness anymore or whatever.
no.
They just love each other, you know. And I'm very happy that they let Hopper just be chief of police, even if it doesn't
Mhm.
make the most sense about like, oh, how are you alive? Who cares? Let him live a happy life. Let Joyce live a happy life.
Yeah, I
You know?
agree. It was genuinely so beautiful, bro. And then they dance and
Yeah,
do nothing but smiles, bro. Genuinely, like I couldn't help but just be
exactly.
giddy in that moment.
You don't write that scene any
No,
way else. It's just perfect. You
a
know, just
proposal was
perfect.
not what I was expecting, but it was something I needed. And genuinely, thank you,
Yeah,
Duffer Brothers.
great way to put it. Great way to put it.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Okay.
Well, the final scene. The final scene. I like. I wanted to say the way that they like started up with the sprinkler and then the zoom out of the house, exactly the way the show started. Um,
So good.
yeah, I was choking up before like we even got into Mike's house,
Yeah,
and
I knew what was coming. I was like, oh,
yeah, well, as
damn.
soon as Mike said I have a better idea than the party, I was like, they're gonna end with D&D. Like they're
Yeah,
gonna end with
yeah,
D&D.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. Do you want to? What do you want to talk about with this scene? There's a few standout moments for
The
sure, and
first
obviously
thing
like the
that
big
pointed
one.
out, yeah, we'll talk about the big one last,
Yeah,
but the first thing that pointed out or stood out to me was Max learning to play D&D and everything with them.
right.
I loved her being there and she had her own book and everything. It was so good. I don't know, like seeing them back playing the game they loved as kids, and then they were stressing about there's no way to beat them. There's no way to beat them. Like, I just loved it, bro. I loved it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, dude,
Max
I
being called
feel
the
that.
Zoomer.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say like the whole D&D scene was peak and like seeing them be kids again, but the part when like Max calls him out about being a master storyteller and then Mike
Yeah,
just starts telling the story of the kids
yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
and like you
And
said he
then
calls Max the Zoomer and he says that like the night in the Zoomer they continuously fall in love and
it's so
Lucas and
cute.
Max get their movie date, the one that they've been talking about
Yes.
since season
Gabby pointed
4.
that out. It's so good. And like,
You
oh
mentioned the
my
Dustin
goodness.
thing already, like Dustin
Yeah.
running to Steve
Excelling
and
in school and
still
yeah,
saying
going
taco
to
adventures.
Steve, yeah. And
Yeah,
then
bro.
Will, like, great ending to his character too, I can't lie.
Yeah. I I don't know, bro. Every single one of them was pulling at my heartstrings and seeing Lucas and Max, Dustin,
Yeah.
Will and their ending. Obviously Mike's ending hit a little bit different too. Just like him going on to be a storyteller and be a writer and tell
Yeah.
stories. Before we get into like the big thing about like his story and like the story he was writing, I
Yeah.
wanted to say that we're both big scores guys,
Yeah.
and I
Are you gonna
know
talk
for a
about
fact.
kids?
Yeah, I was gonna say I know for a fact that the score made that scene probably even more emotional for you and like for me than like it would be without the music in it,
Yeah.
because hearing kids hearing like I
The
think it
first
was,
kiss.
yeah, the first kiss, and then they played a little bit of Will the Wizard when they were playing the D&D
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
and specifically with kids.
Yeah. I knew that was gonna get you.
Yeah, dude, it got me for sure. And when they're putting up the binders and it continues to
Yeah.
play, and each one of them, like you see their name, and they're all
Yeah.
tearing up, and Mike's like saying goodbye to it, and he walks up the stairs, and he sees the next generation,
Mm,
closes the
so good.
door.
Derek
That's
Holly leading.
yeah, right. That's to me. I think that to me was like the best I'd seen from Mike.
Yeah,
And like he showed so much emotion, but it's like it's also kind of cheating because I felt like it was real. Like I didn't
yeah,
feel
true.
like he was acting in that moment. But to me, that was the best I've seen from Mike. But
And honestly,
the
from lots
Mage
of them,
story, bro. Hmm?
honestly, that's the best acting from a lot of them. Like
Yeah,
Caleb was just crying his eyes out, and I was like, yeah, that's probably the most realistic reaction right now. And it was
yeah.
excellent. Like all of that, and then before we get into the real mage, I thought Holly was going to be the mage initially, and they were like just getting her introduced
Oh, that's cute.
into Stranger Things. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a really nice ending there, but I'm so happy with what we got. I'll let you
Dude,
take it from here.
oh my gosh, bro. The delivery, I cannot get over this like 5 minute
No,
scene.
no.
I cannot get, and like honestly it's hard for me to even to express like how I feel about it, but the delivery initially when he's like, yeah, I'm telling stories of our friends and our adventures and the mage, but I can't tell the real story. And they're like, the
Hmm.
real story. And he's like, well, that's the thing, is the mage is kind of tricky. And he goes into like the whole thing about the military sonic things going off,
Yeah,
and how like
and
the mage has a sister. And
during the graduation, I was like, this is a weird thing to cut into, like with the Sonic scene.
yup.
And then I was
I,
like,
I
oh my gosh, bro. Oh my
I thought
gosh,
maybe it was
bro.
like a trauma
Yeah,
thing or
exactly.
something.
Me too.
But you're right, bro. Like that thing had me hyped when they like actually connected it, and like he put two and two together. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, he's like she had a sister, and the sister like gave her the gift of invisibility and like
And it
showed
makes
everything, and
perfect sense. Perfect
it
sense.
does.
Because initially, when Callie was shot, I was like, a single bullet wound, like, you're not going to die instantly type thing. Yeah, like,
Hmm.
she probably will end up dying if she doesn't get any medical treatment, but like, we've seen people, Hopper was shot for like 3 episodes in Volume 1. So I was like, she can't really be dead.
Hmm.
And then the whole thing of, wait, but how does 11 go into the whole mindscape with Mike if the sonic cannons are kind of like preventing her from using her powers? Like, that doesn't make
Hmm.
sense. So, like, so well thought out. So
Hmm.
well thought out.
I agree. There's something I saw afterwards too to further prove that Mike's theory is correct.
Hmm.
And it's that Eleven's nose wasn't bleeding when
Yes,
she got taken away. So, I mean, I believe.
I believe. Like,
And bro,
the fact that they were
dude,
able to go into the mind space for me is like, that's enough. That should be
yeah,
enough.
because she can't use her powers when that thing's going off.
Exactly, right? So how can she use her powers? And Mike wouldn't have known about, like, Mike would know about that now, and he would have been like, wait, but I was in the mind space, so like, how did she do that? So that has to
Hmm.
mean that she's alive, in my opinion.
Well, and when they're talking in that mind space too, when he's like, I just don't get it, I just don't get it, and she's like,
Yeah.
no, but you will. He
Yeah.
is the one who would get it. Out of any
Yes.
character, he was the one that will learn to figure it out. That's like
Yes.
genuinely, I think it's peak, bro. Because even throughout the whole show, he's always one with the intuition that she's there when she
Hmm.
is there.
Yep.
When he can't see her, when he feels like she's coming.
Because that's
So
peak writing throughout every
that's
season.
genuinely, bro. And yeah, dude, it was getting to me when he was like, when Max is like, well,
Don't
the
leave
theory,
me,
like, is it
yo.
true? And then he's like, I believe. And then Max is like, I believe. And they all say it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Peak, dude. Peak.
Yeah.
But
I don't, I don't think I'll get over that finale for a long time.
no, me neither. Right? Me neither. Just 10 out of 10 ending to the show. And then
100%
the
agree.
the D&D manual that we're going through, and you see all the characters and some of their
Right.
best moments of the entire show.
Right.
Like, and Heroes is playing.
Yeah. Peak credits. Dude, Olivia made an interesting point. I don't know if this adds to the L thing or not, but apparently they play heroes every time like someone you think dies, but they're
Fake
actually
out death.
alive. Yeah.
Because when do they play it throughout the They play it
Apparently they did it
after
for
Hopper.
Hopper.
They play it
Yep.
after Hopper,
And
and
then I
like when
think they did
everybody's
it for
moving away.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
Coincidence? I
I
think
think
not.
not.
The
But
so
that's
yeah,
it for me, bro. Like
that's my thoughts too, bro.
I want to say to you, like
Mhm.
this isn't just about the Cousins Cup podcast, like and us doing
Mhm.
the Stranger Things episodes, but like we've been watching the show since day one,
Yeah,
and I want to say like it's been a great journey, bro. Like
it
it's
has
been
been. It's
fun
been a
watching it
pleasure.
and talking about it,
It's been a real
both in and
pleasure.
outside of the pod. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure, bro. But yeah, I think
yeah,
that's it from me. It's been a pleasure as always to talk to you about everything film. But yeah, that's it from me, gang.
yeah. No, that's it. That's it for me too. Thanks all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed Stranger Things as a whole. I hope you enjoyed the finale. Leave any comments on thoughts you guys had. Leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned because our next video is going to be a 2025 wrap up where we just talk about all of the things that we loved about the year and our top tens and everything. So we'll catch y'all in the next one. And remember, I believe.
I believe.